What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod back with another video, and today I'm going to share some of the items that sold over this past weekend. Last weekend I did a video similar to this and I had about 15 sales, and that was a pretty average weekend for me because I usually average about maybe 15, about 20 sales over the weekend. And this weekend, very similar again. I sold about 23 items, so just a little more than my usual average, but I did have a very high ASP over this weekend, so I was definitely happy about that one. But let me know if you guys appreciate these what sold videos over the weekend, or if you want me to go back to the way I was doing it before, where I was kind of just like putting together somewhat of a highlight reel of some of the stuff that was selling that I thought would be interesting to you guys. I think this way is a little more realistic because it shows what people are usually buying on any given day. And usually when I put together some of those highlight reels, I'm basically just putting together some items that I think is dope or that's kind of rare and may not even interest you guys that much. But just let me know which ones you prefer and I'll just continue doing that, because at the end of the day, I'm just making videos that you guys want to see. So without further ado, let's go to the computer and let me just show you guys what sold from this weekend on eBay and on Poshmark. Before I go to the computer, I know I said I was going to do that first, but I know this looks kind of this looks like a lot, right? But I was listening to this podcast earlier today because I like listening to podcasts now for motivation, and this one guy that basically he was at the top of his career, in the top of his field, and he was basically saying that what he wishes that he did was that he really appreciated the moment that he was in and really just took time to like relish in that moment. And for me, I think I do this fairly often. I don't take this for granted whatsoever because I quit my job 2 years ago and I was working in higher education and I hated that job and I hated Mondays. And as you guys can tell from my voice now, it's Monday morning, it's like 9:30. And I wake up excited every Monday. Y'all don't understand. Like, Monday morning is the best day for me. I'm super pumped. I'm ready to ship shit out, and it's just all about, you know, doing what I gotta do and just tackling new tasks and building something different every day. Going out and source, hitting the gym. Like, I love Mondays. I love what I'm doing, and I think that if we all just took a minute every day to just thank God for our situation and just thank God that we're able to do what we want to do on our own time, whether you're full-time or part-time or just a hobby seller, just appreciate the fact that you're able to make money from home and you can source and do what you want to do when you want to do it. Because trust me, this opportunity is not for everybody, and most people think that it's not hard work, but as we all know, this is a lot of work, and thankfully we get it done. And before I go into the sales, just take a minute to yourself, give yourself a pat on the back, and just appreciate the moment. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to start things off with some of the Poshmark pieces, and this is a pair of pants from Prana, and these were in really good condition. Only paid I think $3 or $4 for these pants, and these ended up selling for $15, and I originally had them listed for $19, but I took a best offer of $15 because why not? And of course, these sold within about 3 weeks. It didn't take that long for these to sell, but of course, Prana, Patagonia, a lot of these outdoor hiking brands are going to start selling a lot faster now because now is the season. So be on the lookout for Prana. And next is a pair of Adidas Nike Boost, and if you guys didn't already watch my video where I picked up about 40 pairs of these shoes, definitely check that one out because I gave some helpful hints and tips on how you guys can go to Adidas outlets and Nike outlets and basically do the same thing that I did. But these sold for my full asking price of $69, and I have several pairs of these left, so I'm pretty sure these will be popping up in my what sold videos for the next few months. Next up is this pair of Nike LeBron 12s, and these were in the NSRL colorway. Not sure what NSRL stands for, but these were in really good condition. See from the bottom, these probably were worn maybe 3 or 4 times to maybe indoor basketball. But I had these listed for $59, they sold for $55, and I actually got these as a trade from Buffalo Exchange, where I just traded, I think, a sweater and a jacket, and I just wanted to get rid of some of my outerwear because even though I'm still selling it, I know certain stuff is not going to sell anytime soon. So I just went ahead and traded up for this, and this worked out just fine. Next are these sandals from Under Armour, and these are the Fat Tire sandals, and In my opinion, these look pretty good to be some outdoor sandals. I know I don't wear stuff like this, but I thought they looked pretty cool for somebody that likes sandals. And these were actually samples, so I don't think this added any real value to it, but it did show that it was a rare colorway to say the least. So be on the lookout for these fat tire sandals, because summertime people are definitely going to be picking these up, especially those that, hike and just enjoy wearing sandals and showing their toes. Next up is a pair of Torrid shoes, and this is my first time selling this brand. I don't sell a lot of women's shoes unless it's like athletic wear, but I had these for maybe 2 to 3 months, and they were actually brand new still with the factory tag on there. But I just went ahead and shipped this one out for 16 bucks. So if you guys see Torrid shoes, you may sell them for a little more, you may sell them for a little less, but I was just tired of seeing these, so I went ahead and sold them for $16. Next is a pair of Patagonia hiking shorts, and these were in really good condition. At first I had these listed for $29, and I had these for maybe 3 or 4 months, and I was not getting any traction whatsoever. Of course you was getting likes, but likes really don't mean anything. And I decided to just lower the price to 19, where I sell a lot of my other Patagonia shorts, and they sold the same exact day, full asking price. And of course, with that change, I guess whoever was looking at these just went ahead and scooped them up. So go back into some of your listings, lower some of your prices. You may need to increase some of your prices because the season is changing, but just always keep that in mind. You may need to edit some of your listings just to convert some sales. Next up is a pair of UGG slippers, and I also picked up a ton of UGGs. I picked up about 42 pairs of UGGs the same day that I picked up those Adidas, and I'm going to be selling these for the next few months as well. Maybe up until the winter time, I may be selling some of these. These sold for 52 bucks. I got these for I think $18. It was $17.99 plus tax. So let's call it $19.50. So I made a decent amount of profit on these slippers. Next up is a pair of Doc Martens, and these are the Sirota model. And the Sirota doesn't do that well. The comps on eBay was selling for about 35 to about 40 bucks. And I had these listed for 39, and I got a best offer of 30. And instead of going back and forth with the buyer, I just went ahead and just accepted that offer. Sometimes I'm in a good mood and I just accept stuff and I may counter, but I was having a really good weekend, so I just went ahead and accepted the offer. And I'm pretty sure whoever's gonna get these boots, I'm pretty sure they will be very happy. Next up is a pair of Nike ID Metcon 3s, and these were in really good condition. I had to scrub the midsole on these because they were kind of just looking a little dingy. So I wanted to make sure that they looked a little more presentable so that they can sell. And the midsole on this shoe, just in case you guys aren't familiar, this is the midsole. And the midsole was really, really dingy, kind of gray. And I just wanted to clean that up. And I used scrubbing bubbles to clean my shoes. And I picked these up for, I think these were $5. And after cleaning these up, they looked a lot better. And I accepted a best offer of 33, and I had these listed at 39. Next is a pair of Hurley Phantom board shorts, and these sold for a little less than I expected, but I had these listed for maybe 2 or 3 months, and maybe if I held on to them a little longer, they may have sold for more money, but I'm all about trying to move things as fast as possible, and I already had these long enough. So if you guys see Hurley Phantom shorts, they usually sell anywhere between about 15 to 20 bucks, and these sold for me for 12, but keep in mind that Poshmark is charging $6 for shipping and they're charging tax. So I just kept that in mind, and I ended up selling these for 12 bucks. And the next time around, I'll probably have these listed for maybe 15, and hopefully it will sell without any offers. Next up is this bundle of Wrangler shorts, and I don't sell a ton of bundles on Poshmark, but these were brand new with tags, and I picked these up for $3 a piece from my Goodwill. So this was kind of an experiment just to see if they would actually sell, and they've been selling fairly decent for me. So if you guys come across any Wrangler shorts in your Goodwill brand new with tags, I'm pretty sure you will, because Goodwills usually purchase a lot of items from Target, and these shorts came from Target. So if you guys come across them, definitely pick them up. These have been selling for me fairly consistently. somebody added this to their bundle and I gave them a $4 discount and they went ahead and accepted that. So I made some decent profit selling both of these shorts in a bundle. Next up is another pair of UGG shoes that ended up selling to a viewer. So shout out to you. Thank you very much for supporting me and supporting the channel. I definitely appreciate it. And of course, since it was a viewer, I gave them a discount of $50 for these shoes. I had these listed at $59 and I just went ahead and gave that person a discount because if you support me, I'll show love and give you guys a discount. So if you guys are interested in stuff that's in my Poshmark closet, go ahead, shoot me an offer. Let me know that you watch the channel and I will definitely give you a deal because at the end of the day, you support me, I support you, and everybody is happy. Next up is this gray Lululemon jacket that I had listed originally for $39 and I took a best offer of $30. And of course, this person dropped a comment that I usually ignore because I hate getting these type of comments, but at the end of the day I just decided to have some fun and I just responded. So they asked me if I had a picture of this on and I just said no, sorry, I'm a guy, and they ended up making the purchase anyway. So thank you for making that purchase and not expecting me to throw on a woman's sweater to model it on Poshmark. So thank you for your business and these will be going out ASAP. Alright y'all, so now we're moving into the eBay items that sold, and this jacket actually came from the personal collection as well. I usually get all of my stuff from Goodwill, and if I see something that I like, I'll rock it for a few weeks, maybe a few months. I'll enjoy it, and then of course I'll just list it because at the end of the day, I'm all about getting that cash. And even though I do have some nice expensive items in my closet, the goal is not to have a bunch of stuff. The goal is to continue to make consistent sales. So I went ahead and I sold this jacket for $45, and I only had this one listed for a couple of days. So I may have priced this a little too low. I probably could have asked for a little more money, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I enjoyed the jacket. Somebody else enjoyed the jacket prior to me, and I'm sure somebody else will enjoy it after. Next is a Orvis sweater, and this sweater was really clean once again. This was like a cotton and cashmere v-neck sweater, and it was really lightweight, so I'm pretty sure that's why this person picked this one up. And I don't sell a ton of Orvis anymore because I don't find it as often as I used to, but Orvis is a pretty good brand to be on the lookout for. So if you guys see it, definitely pick it up, and I purchased this one for $5. Next up is this pair of Vans, and these are the Vans Vault old schools, and these were in practically brand new condition. Somebody probably wore these one time and then didn't like it, or maybe they left these shoes at their girlfriend's house and then the girlfriend got mad and donated it to Buffalo Exchange. Who knows? But these were in really good condition. So I went ahead and picked these one up and I ended up cleaning them up just a little bit to make sure that the midsole looked really nice and clean. And these sold for my full asking price of $49.99 plus shipping. So be on the lookout for Vans Vault because Vans Vault sells for a little more money than the typical pair of Vans. Next is a Wii bundle that I ended up selling, and I purchased this Wii for I think $7 or $8, and it came with controllers as well, but I like to sell the controllers separately because I get to make a little more money. And this whole bundle sold for $50, and I included the cost of shipping, and I was able to put this entire bundle in a regional A box. So if you guys are trying to sell Nintendo Wii bundles, just fit it all in the regional A box and it would cost you about $10.87. So in terms of profit, I made about 28, 29, something like that. I made a decent amount of profit on this. So be on the lookout for Wiis because they sell very fast for me. And this is like the 5th Wii that I sold in the past 2 months. Next up is a pair of boots from Fry, and I had these Fry boots for way too long, but I was getting some offers and some traction on them, but I was getting offers that I didn't really like. So I decided to hold on to these for a little longer, and these ended up selling for $120. And the funny thing about these is that I had these on Poshmark for $109. So I actually made more money selling these boots on eBay than I would have made if I sold them on Poshmark. So that's something to consider anytime you're listing things on either platform, especially if you guys cross list. But these Fry boots were in really good condition, as you guys can see, and I put these in a medium flat rate box. Here's another first time seller for me, and this is from brand F&G Tech, and this was just a simple golf sweater, but I used my better judgment on this because I know golf season is here and this sweater was in really good condition. So I just went ahead and picked it up for about $4. And these sold within about 3 or 4 days. So I'll probably be on the lookout for this a lot more often, especially since it is golf season. And I didn't charge shipping because I wasn't accepting offers on this, and it sold for my full price of $24.99. Next is a pair of Brooks Pure Connect running shoes for women, and these were brand new without the box, and these sold for my full asking price of $60. And once again, I wasn't charging for shipping, so of course I wasn't accepting any offers, and these ended up selling within about 2 weeks. And next is a pair of shorts from the brand Resell, and I don't sell these shorts often because this brand is pretty rare for me, but anytime I find it, it usually does sell pretty fast, and these ended up selling for my full asking price of $29.99 plus $7 shipping. So if you guys see Resell, here's a photo of the logo. Definitely just pick these up because they usually do sell pretty well for me. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you got any comments, any questions, drop them in the comment section and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.